Brew Nation, let me tell you guys and gals something, okay? Despite being in the middle of a economic downturn right now, especially at the CRO and sponsor level, not so much at the sites, but that may come in the future, who knows? Practical experience trumps certifications, education. I mean, sure, if you're not going to do anything else, why not do like a course, like a certificate course? And this is, by the way, coming from someone who owns the CRA Academy and the CRC Academy. I think those are good because we do a lot of the hand-holding, but I think what makes those good is the fact that we make it practical for you guys and gals, experience level-wise during the internship. So, if you have found yourself laid off, you need to do everything in your power to not sit around, unless you need some time to decompress. But for those watching, that's probably not the case. You need to get out there and find a research clinic in your area, even if it's just volunteering. Like, just let them know, hey, I've just been laid off as a CRA. I have a skill set. I can do QA, QC for you. I just don't want, like, a gap in my resume. So even if I can just put volunteer, and on my resume, if I can just put quality assurance, quality control. And who knows, that site might be financially well off if they like what you're doing after a week or so and say, wow, this person, caught a whole bunch of things. Let's just bring them on part-time as a QA person or even like a remote QA person. There are things you can do. Don't try it with my site. We save that for like the very best graduates of the CRA and CRC Academy. If you're in it, you know who you are. You're going to see two of them next week here at this site, in this very chair probably, doing internship in person, but they're most of the time doing remote QA. But there are sites, if my site's benefiting from it, there are sites out there that would benefit from this and would even pay for this. So if you found yourself laid off, this is what I think you need to do. Regardless of what your role was, project management assistant, cool. CRA, cool. Although I've only seen the junior level, the very junior level CRAs being laid off. CRAs are still highly in demand, highly sought after, especially the experienced ones. In-house CRA, cool. I mean, it doesn't matter what your role was. And if you had no experience and you're not worried about being laid off, you need to go approach the sites too, because practical experience is way more valuable than some certificate or GCP. It's like everyone hopefully watching this has done their GCP training. You can get it for free, by the way. It's the difference between doing that training and understanding research versus just even spending a day or two at a site and doing research. It's a whole nother level. It's like learning about what hallucinations are like, or then doing mushrooms yourself. Like, you're actually going to experience it firsthand, and that is what employers value. They don't value so much theories. And again, this is probably going to hurt my CRA and CRC academies, but I think it actually should help it, because our internship is really where you're paying the money for. The knowledge, the information, that stuff is free. I do it free on the channel. It's not hard to get information. It's hard to get experience. This is what employers seek. So during a downturn in a market, you should find some experience, even if you're not laid off. I'm telling you, you want to become a generalist. If that means spending some time at a site or moonlighting, doing something remote at a site, or helping them with like their SOPs or whatever your core competency is, that's your angle to get in at the site level. So you're a specialist getting in. Everyone wants a specialist first, but your goal is to become a generalist. Because right now, during the next downturn, right now the people that are not struggling in this tough job market are generalists, because they can go from one role to the other. If there's less demand for one particular role, but you have a multiple skill set on your resume, you can do multiple things. If you only have one tiny thing on your resume and that's out of favor right now in the industry, or it's been outsourced overseas, you're going to have to learn how to be a generalist real quick. So, practical experience. Stop wasting time with certificates. Stop paying money for certificates, right? CRA, CRC Academy, we give certificates. They don't actually mean anything. What means something is the internship afterwards. That's what means something. Go out there and find research sites in your area and go become a generalist out there. Get practical experience on your resume. Like, subscribe, comment, share.